welcome to episode number 21 of Out of My Depth in Paradise. I am the FM novice. Today is Youth Intake Day, woo! And not a cup final, unlike previous years, because we've had one of those 90 minutes that happens every now and then. We were on an 18-game unbeaten run, doing fantastically well. So we were last together for the St Michel game where we screwed it up and got a 3-3 draw in the last minute. Then we had a win against La Paz in the cup semi-quarterfinals. Winisa, L'Esperance and Anacora with the goals. Then 2 games in the league. Forest is a 2-2 draw. We got away with it a little bit. We went 1-0 up for Jeremiah Rose. They then went to 2-1 up before Innocent Suzette scored in the 75th minute to salvage a point. And I was okay with the point because we did not play well at all. Picked up a couple of minor knocks, L'Esperance and Winisa. But we got away with it in the end. We got a point. And we got to move on to the next game, which was the Lions. And James Sinon, our former player, scored in the 90th minute. An absolute cracker from 25 yards. However, we then responded. Lawrence Maria, Collis Law, Edgar Winisa and Nicholas Rasamina with the goals to give us a 4-1 victory. Followed up with some Airtel Magic Cup ties. La Paz at 2-1 away. La Maria and Rasamina with the goals to give us a 5-2 aggregate victory. Then St Michel United beat them 4-2. This was first against top. This is a cup tie, so it doesn't really matter. Law, Winisa, Ernesta and Anacora giving us a 2-goal advantage going into the second leg. And then you have one of those 45 minutes where everything falls apart. Penalty in the 11th minute. Scored. Andy Moogle scored in the 12th minute. 3-0 in the 18th minute. The game was done. They scored again just before half time to make it 4-0. We had Deval Liverpool sent off in the second half. Everyone had a bad day at the office. And we do not have a cup final to show you today, because we've balls that up. I think the final is between St Michel United and Stade Rennais. Stade Rennais have won in the final for the last couple of years. We played them 3 years ago and beat them. 3 years? Yeah, 3 years ago and beat them. But today, we're not playing them. But we do have Youth Intake Day. I haven't seen the players, but this could be a golden generation with Edson Fred, the diamond in a very strong group of players. I need a left back. I need a central midfielder. Let's have a look at the players. Okay, already a 5-star player, which is nice to see. That's Edson Fred, a goalkeeper. And yes, quite happy with Edson Fred coming in. That looks pretty nice indeed. Lots of nice orange colours. Looks like to be a 5-star. So he's already our best goalkeeper, which means I've now got some very good goalkeepers. And Edson Fred is by far the best player there. So that will be a very, very good addition to my side. Adriano Buckley, an attacking midfielder. So I've got a choice here. He looks decent, obviously. To either convert him into a forward or to train him as a central midfielder. I would imagine good passing. Well, passing 13 already. That means I'm going to train him as a central midfielder. But Adriano Buckley will be joining our squad on a full-time basis. That is very nice indeed. Right back next. Schumacher Safolo. Current 3.5-star, potential 4-star. He's an ambitious personality that was a bit disappointing. Good physicals in their balance. Natural fitness of 14. Technicals are okay. The mentals are alright as well. Can potentially play left back, so he could be my left back option going forward. But it's another strong addition to my side. There's some real competition with Anacora at right back as well. Jerome Lister is the next guy. 2-star current ability, casual personality, potential 5-star players. That as a centre back, he will be up there amongst the strong players in my side already. Heading 11, marking 7. Marking needs a bit of work. Tackling of 9 is good. Determination of 6 though, so he may need some tutoring going forward. Daniel Adelaide is a right winger, but will be trained as a normal winger, inverted wing back. Potential 5-star, fairly sporting personality, good determination, nice and brave, good pace as well. Acceleration of 15, pace 11. He might put some real pressure on L'Esperance going forward, which would be pretty good to see. Although Lawrence Maria is doing a good job as backup to L'Esperance at the moment. Next up is Mugunga Bibi, central midfielder. A good central midfielder support and can play a deep line playmaker role as well. Balanced personality, good passing stats, nice vision, nice flair. Physicals aren't overly good, which is a bit of a shame, but certainly something there to work with as well. Another good acquisition to our side. That's 6 decent acquisitions already, and there's still more to come, I hope. Selimfo Henriette. He can play both on the left and the right side of the defence. Physicals are decent. Aggression of 17. You may pick up a few bookings over time, but unambitious personality as well. Possibly peaked as a player already. Doesn't feel like he's going to get anything more than a backup, especially at right back, but he's more of a natural left back, so he could put some pressure on Hall, which is what I wanted to see. I'm not convinced by him at the moment, but time will tell. Next up is Tyson Kubidon. I don't really need a striker. I don't think this guy is going to be that great for us. Yes, he's got the potential, but he's got low self-belief. Current 1.5 star current ability of finishing of 4. I don't think he will be a great player for us, which is disappointing, but we move on. Fernando Basel. That's better. Determination of 16. Bravery of 15. Good tackling. Decent marking. Heading is a little bit disappointing, but at 6 foot, jumping reach of 12, that can be worked on. Potential 5-star player. Current star ability 1.5 star. I'm liking Fernando Basel. Vonk Rose at right back. Nice determination. Naturally fit. Good acceleration. Good aggression. Nice leadership as well. Technically not the greatest, but he's another one that can play on both sides with a little bit of training, which is not bad at all. Gilberto Leopold, though I may change his nickname to Leopard just to make it a bit easier for me. A winger, right side, unambitious personality, not the greatest bit of potential there as well. He may not get the cut, may not make the cut. English is my first language, although you wouldn't realise it based on this segment of the video. Edson Jobert, a left winger, okay determination, ambitious personality, nice physicals, but there's not a massive amount of potential. He'll probably be kept on to see what he can do, but I'm not overly hopeful. Next up is Fembikukoso Louise. Slightly better potential. Dribbling of 9, which is okay. Technicals need a lot of work, and he needs to be retrained in the midfield left position, not an attacking midfield role. So I'm going to be putting him further back down the field. Good physicals, acceleration of 14, pace of 13. Determination isn't a bad starting place either. There's a little bit there to work with, which is quite pleasing. Lee Mafiot, right-sided midfielder. I've got a lot of right-sided midfielders, and I'm not convinced about this guy at the moment. I've got about 3 or 4 in this intake that can all play on that right-hand side of midfield. He may not make the cut, even though he has more potential than most. Current ability, though, is fairly poor. Sofoso Blade. Low determination, but naturally fit. Good teamwork, decent work rate. Marking of 3, heading of 5 for a centre-back. There's a lot of work there. We'll have to see if he makes the cut going forward. And the last one, Naif Nancy. It's a shame because leadership 14, determination 12, bravery 15, teamwork 16, work rate 12. They are all really good attributes. But he's only a 2-star potential player at best, and not that good at the role I'd need him to play, which is the central midfielder role. May get a contract just because he's a central midfielder, but may not. I have a challenge ahead of me now. I've got 4 or 5 really good looking players, but I'm setting myself a target of a maximum of 30 players in my squad, and at the moment I have got more than 30. Is there an easy way of finding out exactly how many players I've got without sitting here and counting the screen? I don't think there is. So I have just realised that for the whole video I've been down like this, which does not make the greatest bit of visual, so apologies for that. I've got 57 players in my squad. I'm aiming for a squad of 30. There will be a number of players being let go at this point. That's my job for the rest of the evening. So you'll join me for the next episode, which will be... we'll see. We haven't got a cut final to concentrate on, but we do have the FA Cup in the second round of that. Away to a lower league side, so we should get through to that one. The Stade Rennais game could be a very key game. If I show you the league table, we are top, level on points to Seychelles United, so we don't have to play them again. But in the 6 games left, we have to play Stade Rennais, St John Bosco, Côte d'Or. So we play 3rd, 4th, 5th, potentially 6th. So basically we have to play 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th in the remaining games of this season. Not easy, but we've only lost once all season, and that was to Seychelles United. So all the other teams we've got to play we haven't lost to yet this season. So if we get 18 points we win the league. Seychelles United have got to play similar teams, in all honesty. They've got to play Stade Rennais, which is not going to be easy. And the rest of them are fairly similar. The last 2 games, Revengers and Light Stars, are easier, but they may slip up one of those games. If they do, we have to take advantage. So from me, the FM Novice, to you, the audience, thank you very much indeed for watching. We'll talk again soon. Good night.